All right, Cheeseburger, let's go hunting. Woo! Yep. Oh, Cheeseburger. Okay, man. First things first. We're gonna make pancakes. Then we're gonna find you some release decks, and we're gonna spend a little extra care and attention trying to eliminate clumping in the 6 release event boxes we're gonna open for you today. You ready? Cheeseburger. So let's have some fun. We've seen a little bit of clumping, right, in the release decks. These are theme decks. No clumping here. Nothing to see. But I think if we just take a little bit of time and we handpick our release decks from different cases, then maybe we can. What? That's all that's left. Those thing? Oh, no. You want Pin Club? Oh, Pin Club. $12. No. Boot? No. Release decks. Yeah. Okay. Then maybe we can figure it out. So this is the last deck. Let's take him. That's the last deck from one case. An inner case of release decks has 20 release event boxes, and a factory sealed MetaZoo case has 4 of these. So what should we do? Let's pick something from here. Let's do that. All right. So let's do one from the top. And what's our good? What's our go? Let's do that guy. Let's do that guy. Okay. So we'll take them. There's 3. The man needs 3 more. I think what we'll do is we'll open that, put Sting aside. We're gonna move him down, move the inner case down, and we're gonna open that guy. Let's D&D. Call of the Nether Friep. I had to cut the camera away for a second there because I think there was something living in that box. But it's gone now. It's gone. So we have 4 inner cases inside the sealed factory case of release event boxes. So there's going to be 20 per deck. So you've got like 80 boxes per factory case. Yeah. All right. So he needs 3 more boxes. We'll eeny, meeny, miny, mo this. I think we'll take a different box. We'll take 1 box from each case and we'll skip the case in the back. So that way, if you get clumping from this, if you get, all 1 or 2 things, we'll just know that it was fate. It was fate, Cheeseburger, clumping your release event boxes and not sorting issues. Gosh, Sting really is delicate. Sting is a delicate way to dive into factory cases, if I do say so myself. So which one do you want, Cheeseburger? Let's do him. He looks like a merry old soul. That puts us up at 4? Okay, we need 6. Let's go over here this time. I think we'll take 1 more in the back. And let's take that guy, and then 1 from here. I don't know, middle front. So there you go. There's your 6. All right, man. What do you think? What's it gonna be? Swamp Priestesses? Prostheses? You know what I'm excited about? Wilderness themed decks. But for now, let's dive into these. Babe. Hi. You want to go open some boxes of cards?
You want me to stop shopping?
Is that what you're doing? You look pretty comfortable. Okay, I'll leave you alone. I'm gonna.
I've got important business.
I can see that. I'll be back. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Argos Anonymous. I am Argos. What are we doing here? Just killing more and more things. No, we're just trying to hang on to our sanity, waiting for Wilderness, which is right around the corner. There's not a whole lot of time. A few weeks from now, we're going to be diving into a bunch of Wilderness booster boxes, theme decks, release event boxes, blister packs, spell books, all kinds of fun, wild MetaZoo booster set number 3 shenanigans. But until that time, we got to pull more Mothmans and base set ridiculousness from these 6 event boxes that we just plucked from several different cases of MetaZoo glory. So what do we know? We basically know that if I just noticed differences in shrink wrap. Oh, that's great. Yeah, we just know that if these are clumped, that was fate. Cheeseburger, man, I tried. I did my best for you. What should we do? Should we do the Wilderness mat, or should we change it up a little bit? Yeah, let's spice it up. Let's do Battletoads. There we go. All right, Frogman, take us home, man. Did you notice the difference in the shrink wrap? That's kind of interesting. You know, they stamp like this MetaZoo on here, but these four like have a really light MetaZoo. That's kind of interesting. Like same density, but really light on all different sides of it. Okay, well, that's cool. Oh, the guy has it on the back. Oh my god, it's little. Oh, what is happening? Look at how little it is. What? Is that normal? Oh. So these two have a shrink wrap where like the MetaZoo's big. And then these ones have like little mini MetaZoo. Okay, well, you know what? That's a thing. And look, this wrap is like kind of loose. Well, you know what? We just pulled it out of a case, so I guess it is what it is. A little bit of variability in that. They all have that void sticker though. You know, I kind of like documenting these differences in early print runs. You know, so I can like look at it later, ages from now, when people are wondering what's real, what's not, what's normal variance, what's not. You know, this will be the kind of videos that save us when somebody's like, well, what's up with this one? Like the MetaZoo's all miniature. And then some wise old toad who used to watch this stuff will be like, don't worry about it, man. That's just, you know, we saw that video once where we saw miniature MetaZoo shrink wrap straight out the case. And you guys are going to be in the know. Sting can't quite make it through all six. Come on, taste it. All six of these. I really wanted to like pick them up, but I guess we'll just stop with 5. That's cool, man. No, we'll just open one at a time. We'll see what we get. So Cheeseburger, man, you excited for Wilderness? How about all y'all's? Put it in the comments. What are you excited about? Did you see? We've been seeing some of the theme deck spoilers. Now we have Paul Bunyan, Father Time, Alpha Gator. What was the other one? There's like a few kind of cool things coming out of that. So I'm really excited to see more of that. You know, originally I thought Paul Bunyan and Father Time were in the release event boxes. So now it makes me think if those are theme decks, I just have no idea what's going to come out of the release decks. Hey, you got a gassy. Cool, man. You know, I haven't really opened a lot of these release event decks, so maybe we'll just spend a little bit of time today and really dive into those a little bit more as maybe we'll open some packs and then we'll look at some of the cards in there, because you actually do have a playable deck that comes out of these release event boxes that you can kind of like share the experience with your friend. Look at that Cactus Cat taunting me, coming out strong. Yeah, so you know, if you haven't figured that out yet, you can almost draft these in a way, in the sense that you could play with this deck if you wanted to. You could buy like a release box, play with this deck, and then you could try anyway to augment it with whatever cards you find in the booster packs. And you could even like draft and trade based on the aura types in this deck, and you get 6 packs total if you each have a release event box. So it's kind of a nice little thing you can try. Gorgeous reserve list, full hollow lightning glass coming off the top here. Let's just move right along. Cheeseburger. Cheeseburger is a recurring theme around here. He loves to support the... No way. Cheesy cheese. Dude, you just paid for like all of them. Oh, dude, congratulations. Full hollow Mothman. I'm telling you, man, these release event boxes have been largely ignored, and they are super hot. People are missing out. You almost never find a bad one, and you commonly find a good one. Reverse Hollow Metal Man of Alabama, very cool, man. Let's open this gassy thing, and let's see what we get from that. So it looks like it's got a little pull tab somewhere in here. There's gonna be, I see the ring around. Oh, there it is. Okay, so you can like open that up that way. Okay, cool. All right, well that's handy. And you're gonna have your holographic promo in each of these release event boxes, but then you do have a full playable deck. So in addition to your draft fodder, bookmarks and gumbaroos and earthquakes and hoop snakes and rock rains and another bookmark, I mean, essential stuff, some potions, whatnot, you do have your deck. So the gassy deck looks like what? You've got some giant salamanders, cool. Like a zillion giant salamanders. Some gorgeous, mischievous fire elemental. 3 of those. White Thang. Kentucky Hellhound. So pretty much, is it just all fire? Bunch of fireballs? No, fire and lightning, huh? So the gassy event box is fire and lightning. So you could get this. Oh, and then a River Terra. Interesting. And then you could augment. You got a Lightning Storm. You got extra bookmarks. I guess those are 2 per spellbook anyway. But you have like Paralyze. Whatever fire and lightning stuff you get in here. Or 0 cost things like potions and Aurifacts. Like you did get, you got a Metal Man of Alabama. You could chuck that in there, draft with your friends. You got a Lightning Glass. You're good to go, man. So that's kind of cool. I'm going to just put these back in your box. Keep it all nice and organized for you, Cheeseburger. And now we've seen the gassy one. So I guess if we get a different one, we'll pull that out and we'll see how different it is. But if we get gassy again, we'll just go on to the next. Yeah, so that's fun. So it's gonna be it's gonna be a whole new set, right? With Wilderness coming out, you not only have the 5 theme decks that are pre-constructed, you're also going to have, I believe, 5 different release event boxes with their own stuff. Hey, look at that! No clumping today. So far, the system works. You got the Swamp Priestess, so she's basically a favorite. We did do a lore video once on Swamp Priestess. Was super cool. She was this voodoo priestess next to a town, and she used to sing this song or say this sort of weird little sentence. She said when I die, I'll take the whole town with me when I die, stuff like that. And then she did die, and then the next day a hurricane wiped out the town. So that's pretty bad. But anyway, she's cool, super cool cryptid. Cool cryptid. So this is the dark one, huh? So let's take a look at the dark release event box. So you got Bunny Man, he's wild. A ton of Bunny Man, Moon-Eyed People. Alright, cool. And then Shadow People. That was a good lore video too. Bat Squatch. Necromancy. What else you got? Alright, Proton Beam. So now we're into Cosmic. So the Magic Swamp Priestess release event box is a dark and cosmic deck ready to roll with, of course, obligatory bookmarks and whatnot. And then whatever you get in your booster packs, you can supplement. So, draft is a really fun way to play Magic, in my opinion. And, it's cool that there's a way to just kind of sit down and play MetaZoo with a randomized component where you don't really know what you're going to get. And if you're going to combine a couple of booster packs, then if it's you and your buddy, or maybe 3 or 4 of you, especially if you get a whole pod, then you'd be able to pass these around and draft, and you got 2 ore to pick from. And what would be really nice though is if you knew you had different decks. Like if there's, if you could open it ahead of time and make sure you had 4 different ones, and then randomly distribute the different ones, and then draft the packs, so you all had different auras, if they are all different. We have Fire, Lightning, Dark, Cosmic. I guess we'll have to see what the other ones are when we get to them. But then, as you go around and you draft, you all have maximum flexibility, which would be pretty sweet. Icy Path, Beast of Bosco. So this was a statistically average 3 packs, where 1 in every 3 packs has a full hollow. Cool. So we'll put the full up here next to your Mothed Man. And we'll go on to the next box. All right, dude. Cool. Wow, what a start. Gassy and a Swamp Priestess. That is not subtle. You're coming out hot. Yeah, man. It's going to be super exciting. And then, of course, what people are already talking about, as they place their Wilderness orders, you do already have people talking about the UFO set. People have been hyped. That's coming out this summer, I believe in July. And people, oh, look at you. Hey, if you got to have a double, man, double Swamp Priestess is definitely the way to go. That's cool. Yeah, people have been talking about the UFO set since the base set Kickstarter hit last year. And people are really, that's going to be, and it's in the middle of the summer, it's going to be a hot set, I think. Wilderness looks beautiful. Absolutely. But UFO is going to be a hot set. Everyone already kind of knows it. They're all kind of talking about it. So that'll be cool. Something to look forward to. And then because we're statistically a male-dominated, group, of course, everyone really is excited about War 2, which will be in, the spring of 2023? That's going to be cool. Man, lots ahead of MetaZoo. A lot of plans, a lot of happenings. There's a lot of other games that are coming in trying to emulate MetaZoo. They come out with a Kickstarter, and then they have sample cards, and then they have... Hey, you got 2 Troubadours in that one. Huh. All right, too bad it's not the Kickstarter one. People still love that. mistakenly thinking it's the rarest card in Kickstarter. Hey, did you notice we just got a full RH? That's actually really uncommon to get a full RH event box. I think that might even be the first full RH event box I've had. I think, or maybe I'm just crazy. Well, we already know that. But I mean, maybe I just don't remembers anymore. It's all fog. All right, let's put that box in there for you, man. We'll keep that nice and organized. And then we'll move on to the next. Boom, 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 boom town. Yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see how many of these new other TCGs do anything, right? I mean, like, here's my concern. It's just gonna have. We saw this before, right? This isn't the first TCG Renaissance. Hey, okay, good. You got 3 out of 5 right now. So you got your Gator. We're gonna have to open him up. We'll open the packs first. This isn't the first TCG Renaissance, guys. This is like, I would say, the third TCG Renaissance. Hey, Piazza Bird, nice job, man. Beautiful full hollow pizza bird. I like that cheeseburger. Very, very nice. So the first one was after the dawn or the boom of Magic, when Magic just swept coast to coast and really took off. What you had after that was a TCG Renaissance in the mid 90s, you know, like 94, 95, 96. TCG Renaissance big time. And you just had a flood of new games, some of them by corporations with brands, a lot of them just by random people trying to start it up. And all of them died. All of them, except for Magic. Okay? And then you had Pokemon was the next one that came along in the late 90s. You had that. And so your second TCG Renaissance was after the success of Pokemon. And so Pokemon came out and it went coast to coast. It was super hot and totally blew up. And then in the early 2000s, you had like another boom of taking off. A bunch of different people trying to do it again with different styles of card games. You know, they launched it out there. A bunch of different brands tried to do it. Like, I don't know how many Digimons have come and gone. Like 4 or 5. Anyway, Digimon tried again. And, eventually died. And almost all of them died. You have Yu-Gi-Oh! That followed in and did not die. Okay, so the Dungle Hooven Booper Snooper is water and forest? Cool, so we have Dark Cosmic, we have Fire Lightning, we have Water Forest in here, huh? Alright. Reach Around, Gumbaroo, Hoop Snake, Aggro Pelter, yeah. Anyway, but you had a host of other card games that were born on the success of Pokemon, and the only one that survived other than Pokemon was Yu-Gi-Oh! Basically. And then, that was the second TCG Renaissance. It was a big deal. And then after that, a few more have come in that aren't dead yet. Or that might continue to survive, right? I mean, we know those smaller games have been around for a few years. Now, that's fine, but my point is, this isn't the first TCG Renaissance. It's not the first rodeo. We all know what happens next. Anyone who was around there before knows what happens next. Almost all these other games are going to die. A bunch of them that made a Kickstarter won't even launch a product. A bunch of them. Some of them that had huge Kickstarters. What's going to happen? Hey, 4 to 5 now, dude. Oh, if we get all 5, that'd be so cool, Cheeseburger. We got to do this from now on. If you guys order release event boxes, we'll go down with Sting and we'll hand pick them from a bunch of different cases. Apparently that's the way to do it. A bunch of these things are going to die, guys. And some of them, they're going to have a successful Kickstarter and then they're going to launch their first product. Maybe a second follow-up product and then they're just going to stop. Chibi Mothman. Nice little start there. Some of them are going to not even launch a product. They'll just take the money and bail. And then some of them, I mean, you might get a couple sets out of them. Almost all of them are going to die eventually. And it doesn't mean they're bad games. It's not actually meant to be like a critique of the game itself. It's just a fact. It's just how it's going to happen. You really have to have a certain type of mentality managing the game and enough resources backing it. It's this magical combination of game quality and management that most of them just don't have. So, it's unfortunate, but it just is. And so what you need to watch out for, in my opinion, you can do whatever you want, right? But if it were me, if you're heavily leveraged in some new stuff, you just need to be aware that when the tide starts to, when one game collapses, when one game announces that it's done. So let's see what the Cardiff Giant has on his little deck. Oh God, it's the Cactus Cat deck. You know what? Okay, we'll just see what aura types they are. Earth and light. Okay, so far, wow, they're all different. They actually are. It's almost as if they planned it. Anyway, when the first game fails, when the first one of these other ones, let's say D-Spirits, I'm going to call them out. When Nostalgics or D-Spirits, one of the ones that you've actually heard of. We're not even going to talk about all the ones you haven't. But when Nostalgics or D-Spirits fails and just stops production and announces it and just takes the money and that's it, you're going to have a ripple go through a lot of these new games. A ripple of uncertainty. And when the next one caves, and when multiple Kickstarters fail to even produce a product, what then? Hey, another Manchac. Wow, you got good. You know, if you're going to have clumping, triple Swamp Priestess is definitely the way to do it. She is trade fodder, my dude. Yeah, it's going to send ripples. It's going to send ripples. And then some of that greed is going to turn into fear. And you would be amazed at how rapidly valuations can crash on something after they announce that it's done. You'd be amazed. As soon as they say they're not going to make any more, then sample cards or Kickstarter stuff or whatever is going to crash. And there's going to be a wave of people who buy in, a small wave of people who say, no, this is special. You know, it could bounce back, right? Hoping for like a resurgence that almost certainly doesn't come. And, I think one of these games, I think they could start collapsing within like 6 months. You're going to have some of them just fail to produce anything. And some of them that release one thing that people buy, or maybe one thing from the Kickstarter, and then that's it. And they don't push it anymore because they got their couple $1 million and they're done. And I just think, you know what? I don't know. I think that's pretty darn likely. That is probably what is going to happen. And when it does, you only have so much time before it starts to ripple through the rest of the games. And at the end of it, the only ones that are going to survive are the ones that managed to carve out enough of a player base and enough deals and partnerships with essential distribution and like other product, deals like product verticals and stuff like that, enough of a fan base to survive. Most of them are not going to have that. And as soon as, what does Warren Buffett say? Warren Buffett says, one of his famous quotes is, when the tide goes out, you learn who wasn't wearing pants. And it's going to happen. And this TCG Renaissance will end, and most of the new ones are going to die. And in my opinion, I'm not saying there can't be others, but in my opinion, the choice show ponies of this Renaissance are going to be MetaZoo and Flesh and Blood. They're probably going to make it, and you're still going to have Magic and Pokemon, and you'll have Yu-Gi-Oh! For probably as long as they decide to keep going as a company, unless they make some major mistake. And the rest of them, I'm not saying there aren't good games. I'm not saying there aren't good companies. And maybe something new will come along and shock me. But the rest of them, good luck. Good luck. They are going to need it. That's all I got for now. Thank you, Cheeseburger. We do appreciate this opportunity to entertain the 5 people to do with your stuff. Looking forward to Wilderness. We're going to have to do some box openings with Wilderness. All kinds of awesome Wilderness stuff coming up. That's all I got for now. This is Argos. Signing.